Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Now I have some breaking news about the $1,400 stimulus check that many of you guys are looking for. The IRS gave out some urgent news and said that a second round of stimulus payments are being sent out tomorrow. Stimulus checks being delivered via direct deposit started processing on Friday and will now be available by Wednesday, March 24th. So folks, be sure to check your bank account to see if the IRS direct deposited your third stimulus payment. And if you did not get a third stimulus check, then leave me a comment down below. I know that many of you guys are looking for a $1,400 stimulus payment, so I want to do my best in giving back to my community and helping as many people as possible. So this Friday, I'll be announcing two winners of a free $100 Amazon gift card. So all that you have to do is subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and share my videos with your friends and family. Remember folks, this is a free $100 Amazon gift card, so be sure to enter the giveaway. Some individuals could see stimulus checks arrive at their bank accounts tomorrow. Checks being delivered via direct deposit started processing on Friday and will now be available by March 24th according to a news release. The latest round also includes a larger number of checks and prepaid debit cards. The IRS is urging you guys to watch the mail carefully for the money in the coming weeks. The IRS has already delivered checks to 90 million Americans. The initial payments totaled more than $242 billion and went mostly to eligible taxpayers that already have direct deposit information on file with the IRS. I cannot urge this enough, everybody. Please make sure that you have direct deposit information on file with the IRS. It's going to make it a whole lot easier for you to receive a $1,400 stimulus check. But still, the IRS has not made it clear on how many checks exactly will be sent out this second time around. And the good news is that those who receive federal benefits through Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, via Direct Express card can expect the third payments within the next few weeks. An IRS spokesperson told Newsweek that they were checking on the payment dates for SSDI and even SSI recipients as to when you should expect to receive a $1,400 stimulus check. Direct Express said last week that it does not have specific information on the timing of when you should expect to receive one. Now folks, I want you to know that the IRS says Social Security and other federal beneficiaries will generally receive this third stimulus payment the same way as the regular benefits. A payment date for this group will be announced shortly. The federal body will automatically send third stimulus funds to those who didn't file a tax return, but are recipients of SSDI, SSI, railroad retirement benefits, and even VA benefits. The IRS also noted on March 4th, if your third payment does not include a payment for a qualified dependent who did not receive a third stimulus check, you must then file a 2020 tax return to be considered for an additional third payment, even if any of you guys don't usually file taxes. And last week, Direct Express tweeted, while we do not have specific information on timing, most people will receive their stimulus payments within the next few weeks. Direct Express also wants you to use the Get My Payment portal on the IRS website for the most current information on individual stimulus payments. In addition, everybody, just know that third stimulus funds sent to Direct Express card accounts that were recently closed will be returned and the IRS will then reissue the payment. Now, the Social Security Administration says that the IRS is reviewing the tax provisions of the American Rescue Plan and that they will add helpful Q&As for those of you that have not gotten a third stimulus payment. Now folks, the good news is that more stimulus checks are being sent, and I guarantee that many of you guys will receive a third stimulus check this week, possibly even today. So if you received a third stimulus check, tell me down in the comments. So that's all of the news in this video, everybody. If you guys found this video useful and helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the like button. Remember that I'm still running an Amazon gift card giveaway. For the latest news on COLA, Social Security, and supplemental security income benefits for approximately 70 million Americans will increase 1.3% in 2021. The 1.3% COLA, or cost of living adjustment, will begin with benefits payable to more than 64 million Social Security beneficiaries. The maximum amount of earnings subject to the Social Security tax will increase to $142,800. This Friday, I'll be announcing two winners of a free $100 Amazon gift card. And all that you gotta do to enter the win is subscribe to my channel and click the bell.
I think it's important to note that DC statehood should not be a partisan issue. I know that's what you hear here. I think the messaging on the part of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle would be different if it was a predominantly Republican district. I mean, we truly are literally talking about democracy versus being able not to have democratic access to making sure that you are represented at all levels of government. And we also can't claim to support self-determination and democracy and oppose DC statehood. It's that simple. So since my friends across the aisle love to talk about taxation, local control, and federal overreach whenever it happens in their states, I'd like to focus on these topics as they impact the DC residents. Congress has always required DC residents to pay all federal taxes while denying DC residents a vote in Congress on how the money is spent. DC residents have no vote on the federal laws that govern them and no vote on the federal executive branch and judicial branch officials who enforce and interpret those laws. In fact, we here in Congress, who come in from places like Idaho, Texas, California, have the final say on the local laws that govern DC residents and on the local executive branch and judicial branch officials who enforce and interpret those laws. So, Mr. Henderson, other than the United States, how many democracies deny the residents of their capital voting representation in the national legislature?
To my knowledge, Congresswoman, no countries deny their national capitals votes in the national legislature.
That's right, Mr. Henderson, and I appreciate that. None. That's the answer. This represents an extraordinary violation of democratic principle America claims to represent, right? Our country claims to represent the importance of representation. So now let's look at taxation. In fiscal year 2019, we continue to hear that DC paid $27.5 billion in federal taxes.
This is putting together its infrastructure package, and it's all kinds of pieces. The part I've got here is about transportation. It's about buses, it's about subways, it's about commuter rail, it's about cars, electric cars. It's about all the ways that we move people around. And it says when we put together this big infrastructure bill that will also include water and power grids, this ought to be our transportation piece. We do that piece. That's the part that currently creates about 30% of all carbon emission in the United States. This plan brings that down to zero and makes it possible for us to have a new state-of-the-art transportation infrastructure that's green and that's efficient and works.
So when you think about bipartisan support for this, who are the Republicans that you are specifically hoping to get on board with this? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to all 50 of them. But I'm serious. You name a Republican who lives in a state, who represents a state that doesn't need an upgrade in their infrastructure. Right. Name a Republican who isn't struggling back home with problems of gasoline-powered or diesel-powered buses and trains and mass transit, highways that need repair. We can do this together. It's kind of one of the things that's sort of everybody's best view of what the Senate ought to be able to do. So work together to build a stronger future.
So one challenge beyond politics that this bill faces is that China dominates when it comes to the production of renewables. It manufactures 60% of the world's solar panels, controls more than 90% of some of the rare earth materials that are needed